Houston, we got a problem. But this isn't about NASA. Man. So I'm going to talk about something I've talked about from time to time in the past. Gotten some blowback from people saying that I'm only giving part of the story. So I'll give both angles. But I saw a new chart showing, from Visual Capitalist, showing what we spend on healthcare in the United States per person versus other countries, and then lifespans of those countries. For example, Japan, the average lifespan, 84 plus years. They spend about $5,000 per person on health care. In the United States, at the other extreme of developed countries, we spend almost $13,000, an unlucky $13,000 per person per year on health care, and we live 77 years. In fact, of developed countries, we are the only one that lifespan is not in the 80s and is in the 70s. Everybody else spends half or less what we do on health care per person, except for Germany, which spends 2/3 of what we do, but still has a lifespan almost 4 years longer for the average person. Okay, so what's the other side that I got the Clark stinks about? That whenever I rail on our spending versus results, it's said repeatedly that, well, Americans have very unhealthy lifestyles. Americans eat a lot of bad for them food and all that. Have you ever seen what a German eats? I mean, come on. How did Germans live almost 4 years longer than us with how they eat? They make us look, in many cases, like we're health food nuts. And on that subject, many Americans are now health food nuts. We have a lot of vegetarians, we have a lot of vegans, and a lot of people that are much more aware of what they're putting in their bodies than we used to have. Smoking is way down. And thank goodness, vaping among teens is way down from where it was 5 years ago. Oh, I'm so glad about that. And so this argument about lifestyle, it may be true in some of the countries that are doing so much better than us, but how about Canada that has all these problems with access to medical care because of socialized medicine? The average Canadian lives 4 years longer than us, and they spend exactly half of what we do per person. And so where is the problem? Why are we spending so much and having so little results? Okay, we have some structural problems. An extreme shortage of primary care healthcare providers. Extreme shortage. So a lot of times people aren't getting any care at all till something is way late in the game. We're having people tragically ending up very ill or dying because of the lack of primary care. And so when you think about, and every society has problems, this one's as clear as it could be. So where are the efforts we need to have to create more primary care doctors? And then let's go to the other extreme. What's going on with our hospitals? Our hospital system is in a bad way in the United States because we have these hospital systems by metro area that have created monopolies or shared monopolies. Do you know there are now, and these hospitals nominally are nonprofit, they avoid paying taxes, they retain earnings but don't pay taxes on them, and the CEOs now, it's very common in big cities that the top administrators of hospitals earn well past $10 million a year, in some cases many tens of millions of dollars a year, and we end up paying for it. We have extreme competition issues in the United States in medicine and complete distortions where somebody gets out of medical school and they're like, why would I go into primary care when I'm going to make this? If I go into specialty care, I'm going to make this times 5. So we have, we talk about how unaffordable health insurance is. This is the kind of thing we need to address. Health insurance is only a symptom of the problem. And we deserve better. We deserve better. And so this is one of those things that is 20% of our economy. Healthcare should be 10% of the economy. That 10% extra that healthcare is stealing from the productive capacity of the United States makes us all poorer than we would be and makes our industry less competitive with other countries because we don't have this act together. I'm tired of slogans about this, that, or the other involving healthcare and insurance and all that. It's time we get to the root causes in the United States and solve these problems. You have economics that are being blocked by efficiency that is not happening because of the power of these hospital systems. And we must address it. And I'm not running for office because who would vote for me? No one.
That's absolutely not true.